Hi, this is Jack with Luxury Cruise Tips, and I'm on board the AmaCello. And let's look at the part 2 of my vlog. This is days 5 until 7. We'll look at some tours, some food, and stuff that happened along the way of the Flavors of Burgundy on the AmaCello. Well, it's day 5 of the cruise, and we are in Macon. And there are 4 different excursions to choose from. So we've chosen to go to a city called La Hons. As you can see, my French is not very good, but the city is known for a certain chicken dish. So we're going to a food market, do some tastings. There are other tours to abbeys and to chalets and walking tours. But it is pouring out today, so we've decided to go to something that may be a little bit more indoors. And we'll see how that tour goes. But again, these are all included excursions. Then we're going to come back and have lunch and then do some wine tasting. We made it to Lujan for the market, and the first stop is the bakery. So we can try one of the well-known pastries that they do here. And this bakery supposedly won bronze. So let's go inside and see. Oh, she already had one. How is that? Let's see how it is. Here is the famous pastry that we've eaten a lot of already. Very good. A great first stop for our food tour. And while in France, buy some fresh strawberries at the market. Well, we found some more of the La Coronados, and we're going to get a couple of them for the road. And this is the specialty from the area, and we're still at the market in the rain. And we're also going to do a food tasting now of some of the famous chicken in the market. And this market is known for the famous breast chickens. So here are chickens.
The breast chicken, a poulard, the breast, so it's a female chicken.
Avec l'éleveur en live.
Yeah, and you have here the farmer who's taking care of the chicken. Yeah.
So that's our farmer who's taking care of the chicken.
Well, taking care of the chicken, who's raising the chicken. So
this afternoon we're at the Chateau de Pourquoi. So we're going to do a tour of the chateau as well as a wine tasting. Again, this is an included tour. Beautiful vineyards all around the chateau. The only missing is the sun.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to taste 4 different wines and 2 liqueurs. So the 4 wines, they are indicated on the paper that Leonie is giving to you. It is, you have the price, the name of the wines, and beside you can see the letter HABI. HABI means agriculture, biology, organic agriculture. Okay, because here in Pierrepont, almost all the wines, they are organic.
And it's day 6 of the cruise, and we are still in Macon for the morning. We're going to do a walking tour, an active walking tour. There are 3 or 4 tours again offered here. So the day is do a walking tour of Macon, then get back on the ship, and I have a crepe making demonstration, and then we are sailing to Lyon. So we'll catch you later in the day. St. Peter's Church is the largest church in Macon. And here we are in the inside of the church. Of course, we had to stop in a pastry shop. Look at all this amazing stuff. We'll take this back on the ship and have it for dessert. And the famous desserts from Macon. Bread. And look at this meringue. Amazing meringue. Today we have a crepe making demonstration and an ice cream social. Let's see how we do with the crepes.
Just in the middle. Swirl. And then from the middle. From the middle and that's perfect. Yep.
other half of the ice cream social, the ice cream. Got all these flavors and all the toppings. What do we do here? Ice cream or crepe? Or both? Well, this is what river cruising is all about. It's been the first day in our week of very nice weather where we can actually be up on the rooftop. As you can see, we're going to go under a bridge that's fairly low. It looks like they cut out the middle of the cement so we can fit under it. And this is the Saône. So let's enjoy the scenery of the Saône as we cruise all around. They've lowered the tents and the umbrellas and the structures here. And here we go, right under the bridge. Oh. Wow. Well, we just came up to a lock. As you can see, there are smaller locks. We'll pull into the lock, see how it goes on the other side. Water's high on both sides, so who knows what's going to happen here. So we're entering the lock, and as you can see, it is a pretty narrow lock. I would say we're a foot or two from the wall on this side and pretty much the same on the other side. And the gates to the lock open. If I had to estimate, I would say we're down about 6 feet from where we started. And now we'll be heading right through the locks, heading towards Lyon. Well, today we are in Trevaux. We are supposed to be in Lyon, but the river has kept us from getting to Lyon. So we're going to do our tours from here, and it's a beautiful day, beautiful sunny day. We're just waiting for the buses to come, and we're heading out for Beaujolais wine tasting, and then we'll come back, have lunch, and then we're actually going to head up to Lyon. We're about a 30-minute ride away from Lyon. We'll do a tour, a city tour, and some more wine tasting to Lyon, and then tomorrow we're heading back home. They just have to figure out how we're getting to the airport from here, unless they can move the ship up to Lyon. We are now in the Beaujolais area at a vineyard. So we're walking through the vineyard. It's a beautiful little town over there. We'll be doing a tasting of the Beaujolais wines. As you can see, the vines are just starting to grow here in May. They keep the vines low here, they said, and prune them as they grow up a little tall, but they don't really let them grow too tall. As you can see, there's vines all over the valley here. And there's netting on the vineyard, and the winemaker is explaining that they have that here primarily to stop the hail, because earlier this year there was a lot of hail that destroyed the Chablis vineyards. This vineyard has been in his family since the 1700s. And now we're ready for another tasting of Beaujolais wines. Beautiful setup. This family vineyard dates back to the 1700s.
Et on va faire fermenter que le jus.
And they will ferment only the juice. Only the juice will be fermented.
Et en fait, il n'aura pas le temps de prendre la couleur rouge avec la peau du raisin, parce que c'est.
So they're the must and the grapes that give the skin of the grapes that give the color rosé and red, but they don't let it stand too much time as for the red, so that it doesn't become red. So that's the difference.
Là, on fait fermenter que le jus, et là, on fait fermenter le jus avec le raisin. C'est la peau du raisin qui amène la couleur rouge.
For the fermentation for the rosé.
And here we are in Lyon, the afternoon of our last day in France on the cruise. We're doing a walking tour in Lyon, walking through the alleys. It's a public holiday today, so a lot of the stores are closed. And then we'll be heading for food tastings today. Some more wine and some more local foods. So let's continue with our walk, and I'll be back to you during our food tasting.
So welcome, my name is Nils. Here there are my sisters, Cleo.
Hello, sisters.
And we are the son of the boss. We are the son of the boss, but the boss is not here today. He's in holidays in Portugal. Yes. So I'm here to introduce you the most famous Lyonnaise specialty, okay? Lyon, it's the capital of dry sausage in France. We're producing more than 30% of the national production. In the Lyonnaise Hill, we have a lot of wine, a lot of humidity, and that's perfect to keep and to dry the sausages. We have three famous kinds of sausages in Lyon. The first one is this one, the rosette of Lyon. This one, the meat of these sausages is very finely chopped in it, and we have 10% of ham. The ham is the less fat part of the pork, so the ham has a lot of fineness at the product. Okay? The second famous one is this one. It's the Jesus of Lyon. This one, we call it like that because I think there was growing too much when they give the name. He says we are going to call it like that because it's wrapped in this fillet like the baby Jesus in his net.
Well, as you can see, that was an amazing cruise. We did a lot. If you are into wine, there was plenty of wine tasting. I think I counted over 10 wine tastings during the trip. So do me a favor, leave any comments that you have, and check my next video coming up next week. Thanks for watching the video, and this is Jack with Luxury Cruise Tips.